Hello, friends and clients of JLW Immigration Law Group. I am Jennifer Walker Gates, immigration attorney, and I'm here today to talk about adjustment of status, and specifically, what forms do you need when you are filing adjustment of status? This is something that I see confusing people on the regular, and it doesn't surprise me at all that it can be confusing. It's a little weird and nonsensical how it all works, and so I want to make sure that all of you people out there, lovely people who are applying for adjustment of status on your own without an attorney or other immigration expert helping you, know how this works, which forms you need to file, and when. Before I get into today's topic, I want to ask that you please take a second to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This helps us elevate the channel. It helps other people know that we are providing good information. We want all immigrants in the United States to have the information you need to get successfully through the immigration system and get to your goal status. So please take a second, subscribe to our channel. If you have questions or comments about the video, don't hesitate to leave those beneath the video. I do respond to those, and we are happy to do so. So with that, I will jump into today's topic. Adjustment of status. If you are filing through a family member, meaning a spouse, a parent, or a child, or you've had someone else file for you like a brother or sister, that part of the process requires what's called Form I-130. We have videos in our YouTube channel about Form I-130, what documents are required, kind of how it works. That form has to be approved for a family member before a person becomes eligible for adjustment of status. Now, the one exception, or well, there are a number of exceptions to that general rule, okay? If you're not applying through a family member, if you're applying through an employer, then that petition form is I-140. And if you're applying for adjustment of status as someone who has been granted asylum in the past, or someone who has been granted a U visa, then Form I-130 is not required in those cases. There are different forms and processes that are required for those. But every adjustment of status case has a kind of predecessor case, like a petition from a family member, a petition from an employer, an application for asylum, an application for a U visa. Most everybody who ever applies for adjustment of status has something preceding that application. You don't just come to the US and then just apply for adjustment of status. So make sure before you file your Form I-485 that you do have that necessary preceding step done, approved, and so you are ready to go. Assuming you are ready to file your adjustment of status, there are a number of forms that you're going to need to file together with your Form I-485. Form I-485 is the central application for an adjustment of status case. It is the application that allows a person to change their status from whatever it may be to a permanent resident status. Okay, so Form I-485 is the central form. The other forms that you can always file right now, as of October of 2023, you can always file some additional forms for free together with your Form I-485. And those would include Form I-765 and Form I-131. Form I-765 is the application for a work permit. Form I-131 is the application for an advance parole. If you are applying for adjustment of status in October of 2023, there is no additional fee to file Forms I-765 and I-131. Therefore, it makes sense to do so. We always file all three of those forms together for our clients who are applying for adjustment of status because there is no additional cost for them on the government side to prepare and file those forms and get those benefits. Now, unfortunately, in many cases, we see that the work permit and the advance parole are taking many months to be issued after filing. Sometimes they take so many months that you get it just a couple of days before your adjustment of status is approved or before you go to your interview to have your adjustment of status approved at the interview. So sometimes the processing times on these things take so long that it isn't a great benefit to you to apply for them. However, there's also no cost. And if there happens to be any kind of delay in finalizing your adjustment of status case, it can be really, really helpful and important to have those work permit / advance parole documents documents filed while your adjustment of status is pending, so that if you need work, if you need to travel, you already have permission to do so before your residency is approved. So we always recommend, when you're filing Form I-485, go ahead and fill out that Form I-765. It will be category C9. When you get to that question on the Form I-765, C9 is your category, and fill out and file Form I-131. There's no additional filing fee at this time for either one of those. Now, the government has threatened a number of times to start charging some extra filing fees for people who want these benefits while the adjustment of status are pending. However, to date, the fees have not been increased, and you might as well go ahead and include them. In addition, if you are filing Form I-485 on the basis of a family-based application for adjustment of status, your application needs to have Form I-864 or I-864EZ included along with the application. That is the affidavit of support that your petitioner, your sponsor, needs to complete to prove that they have the financial resources available to take care of you in case you are not able to take care of yourself, to guarantee the government that you will not become dependent on the government won't have to be responsible for you. So if you are filing through a family member or an employer, that Form I-864 or I-864EZ is going to be required. If your family member or sponsor doesn't earn enough money, a co-sponsor will also need to file Form I-864 and all of the supporting documents. We have created videos in our YouTube channel for each one of these forms and supporting documents that are required. So we encourage each of you to go through and watch those if you are filing for adjustment of status, so you can get a good idea of what is required for your case, what you need. And I hope that this has been helpful. I have talked to too many people who filed for adjustment of status on their own, but didn't know that they could have also apply for the work permit and the advanced parole at the same time. They just didn't understand that they could do both, and they didn't understand what those were for. And so I hope that this has been helpful in clarifying some of that information. If you need additional support or assistance with your case, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can find us online at jlw.law, or you can call us at 512-633-1785, and we will be happy to schedule you for an appointment with me or any of the attorneys in our office to discuss your case, figure out what you need, what's the best and shortest path for you to take to your immigration goals, and recommend some steps and some strategies for you to get there. So with that, I hope that you are all well and safe, that you take good care. We'll see you again very soon. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave me a comment, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.